What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rex Righteous, and I'm back with another rap rant. This is a post-fight review for Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. What a phenomenal weekend. Yo, you cannot complain if you're a boxing fan. We have fights on Friday, we have fights this morning in the UK with Dillian White and all that. It's just non-stop action. We ended it with a clear win from Manny Pacquiao. I want to give you my post-fight review. I want to give you my score. I want to give you my breakdown. So, aside from the fight, because I'm gonna jump into that right now, I want to give a shout out to Yugas because I thought he did a great job. He's coming up in the welterweight division. It's so crazy how much talent he has. He really hits hard. Watch out for him. Payano, and who else? There was 2 or 3 other fights that did really good, but the whole card was pretty decent. So, Khalib Plant, very good stuff. Check that stuff out on the reviews. Everybody's YTBC stuff, highlights. Check those guys out because there were some really good fights on the undercard. For now, I'm gonna go back to the main event, and I'm gonna give you my breakdown. Now, my official live scorecard was 117-110. I truly believe if I went back, I could probably find a round that I could flip for Thurman, and which will make it 8-4, maybe 116-112. But at the end of the day, Manny clearly won that fight. He clearly did. And it probably would be 116-111 because of the knockdown. So there's an odd overall number. But anyway, I do want to say some things that I wrote in my Instagram that I feel like really, really briefly tells everyone how I felt about everything in the fight. I want to give you guys some insight on what I saw. And it was a really good fight. Like, all those PBC on the list, like whoever's on the roster, including Al Heyman, including Floyd Mayweather, including Leonard Ellerbe, including everybody that was there, Wilder, whoever you want to name, Errol Spence, the crowd was loaded with fans and stars and boxers alike. So, this was a huge statement. Like, this dude really said, this is how you got to do it. Manny Pacquiao really did it. So, this is what I'm going to say. I don't know if you read this already, but if you didn't, listen to what I said on Instagram. I said I had a 117-110 for Manny. Could have been 116-112, 8-4 for Manny, but ultimately I saw a different Manny tonight. I saw a transition. Him fighting the younger fighter zapped his energy in the later rounds, and Thurman looked phenomenal in the middle rounds, but the knockdown, Manny's dedication, and the crowd behind him won that fight for him, no question. In a rematch, I believe Thurman hurts Manny bad. I predicted this, and if I'm not mistaken, Manny changed his answer in the post-fight review. Before he was saying he would take a third fight in 2019. Now he's saying next year. I think Manny beats anyone next year as well, including Thurman, but I think Manny is going away from having to prove himself so much like he used to. Everyone saw this fight, and he came off very humble. Emphasis on everyone. Everyone saw this fight. Thurman refused to hug at the end and endorsed Manny by raising his hand. I think Thurman should have fought more angry, but he did a good job by staying the course better than Horn did. Manny looks like he wanted to make Thurman quit, but the youth superseded. Great fight. I truly believe Manny can now ride off into the sunset. He's got this. Now, the reason why I say the youth superseded is because Manny doesn't have the anger anymore, or the tenacity to just end the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a lot of will to do that. And I'm not an ex-fighter or anything, but I can tell from fighters that have those knockouts that they have this killer instinct. They just mad. They got something inside them. There's a fire in their belly, and they want to put it out and showcase it to the world. And it's just for that flash moment, they have no remorse for that person. I don't think Manny has that anymore. And to be honest, it does take a lot out of you, because if you do not deliver that knockout and you try your hardest to create a knockout or to build one or to do a one punch knockout and it doesn't work, a person like Thurman is very dangerous to do it to, because you never know what could happen. Now, that seventh round for Thurman, phenomenal. Nothing, you can't even dispute that. So there was punches there that if he would have landed it with more tenacity and more just anger, you know what I'm saying, more passion behind it, I think he really, really would have hurt Pacquiao, where to a point where I think Manny wouldn't have been able to keep going, and it would have been a different knockdown than the Marquez one. But if you look at all of Manny's knockouts, or like whenever he's lost with him being knocked down or knocked out or something like that, he just can't go anymore, because Manny is so he has always has the crowd behind him. Now when he was younger it's different, because there were some in the Philippines that were split, and you know it was just a common yelling for excitement, you know what I'm saying? But this one was, you know, more on the Pacquiao side, so I'm pretty sure it would have been similar. He would have been fighting to get up for his people, but yeah, there was some punches there that I saw that even Manny ducked down after the punch had already made contact with him, and it was like he was adapting to being hit that way, because to be honest with you, I don't think anybody else has hit Manny the way Thurman has. I think Floyd had flashes of that, but the constant, you know, tagging and just in his face, like, yo, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And there was some times that Manny did wake up and was like, yo, what? Are you crazy? You know, and then he started to like deliver, and the switch went on. But then there were times where Thurman was winning and he didn't press on. He didn't go all the way through. Now, I saw some scorecards that were a little close. I don't agree with the split decision, but I kind of agree with Lennox Lewis where it is fair, because if you don't have that knockdown, how close is the fight? See, if you look at my prediction, you go back to my prediction, you will see that I had it like going back and forth, and the only difference was what version of either fighter is gonna show up and be like, yo, I gotta do this. And I never knew. No one knows. You know what I'm saying? If Thurman comes in with his A game, you know, he could have dropped Manny tonight. And I think that Manny still would have woke up and he would have still did his thing. But I don't know if he would have won the fight. Now, like I said, I knew that the word rematch was going to be put into this atmosphere. I knew it was going to be thrown into it. But the funny thing was that no one was talking about it. No one was saying it at all. Nobody was saying it. I feel like I was the only one. And it is understandable, because Al Heyman is not big on rematches, but his A side isn't his typical A side. His A side is Manny Pacquiao, which is Floyd Mayweather's rival. So he's gonna go with the homegrown Keith Thurman, which is his usual A side. So